growing up, you spoke to me and my brothers many times about, how you prayed for us, and so many times I prayed this before you were born, which as a kid I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy, but as an adult now I see what a blessing that is. So how did you pray during your pregnancy for your babies?
I prayed for your health and well-being, but most of all, I prayed for your salvation. Mm-hmm. And along with that, I have always prayed for a godly spouse for you, which I must say the Lord has beautifully answered those prayers. And, the Bible exhorts us to pray. It exhorts us to ask for what we need and what we desire. And I could think of no better way to bless my child than to offer my prayers on their behalf, that they would be blessed by the Lord, be carried by the Lord, certainly be saved at an early age. I was actually talking to Jacob and Josie about this one day, and I said, I feel the need to pray the prayer of salvation from an early age so that a young person or a child doesn't have to bear the scars of sin in their life. It's not that you can't go on and have a good life, a good marriage, or whatever, being saved later in life, but you bear the scars and the memories of sin. And that is why I prayed that prayer, and I'm continuing to pray those prayers for my grandchildren. I pray not only for your child, but for my future grandchildren, and have for many years. I am praying now for their salvation, and for spouses for them, and for their spouses' salvation, because these are people we're talking about. Mm-hmm. They're important, and their lives will have bearing on many others. Yeah. And so to me, I just couldn't think of anything any more important.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to mention here as well that we are very blessed to have a kind of heritage of prayer warriors, specifically women, especially in your family, Mama, who prayed so much for you and for us that kind of imprinted the importance of that onto you. So do you want to tell them about
Absolutely.
that?
I'm one of the people who has been very blessed to have a godly heritage. My grandmother, whom I was very close to, my mother's mother, prayed fervently and regularly for me, and my mother did the same. And I know that my life has been extraordinarily blessed because of it. That's all I know to say. Mm. I can't really explain it except to tell you that I know that their prayers brought forth fruit in my life. And because of that demonstration in my life, it caused me to want to carry that on and do that for you all, because I just saw the Lord be so faithful to the prayers of his children that it was just undeniable for me. Mm-hmm. And so that has motivated me to every day of my life to pray.
Mm-hmm. I think as a young mom, it can be easy to get caught up in what do the books say, what is social media saying, what are my podcasts saying about all the best ways to raise a child, and like the best way to approach labor and delivery and all these things. But I think really one of the best things you can do is simply to pray. Amen. And it's easy, very easy to lose sight of that, and instead to get focused on the things like we can try to control in our own power.
That's right.
So I think that's a very good reminder.